Alright Acers, welcome to our channel Who's You Talking To? And today I'm in the Grand Central Hall, Smoky Mo's, with the up and coming singer-songwriter Owen Brown.
Yes,
how are you, Owen?
All good, my man. Good to see you, Jeff.
Owen's up and coming and done many good gigs around the great gigs in Liverpool, Matthew Street, top end of town.
The Liffey Grand Central lads.
Well, it is. We are in winter, so can you give us that famous song that you wrote called Winter's Tale?
Of course, man. Winter's Love.
Oh, Winter's Love. Winter Love.
This is Winter Love. Summer's over now. She likes my pictures now. It's cause it's getting cold. She wants my winter love. Not everyone's outside. It's just them lonely nights. She thinks she's missing me. She knows my love ain't free. Cause it's cold outside. Cause it's cold outside. She wants my love tonight. Wants my love tonight. Let me go again. She's got them dark mornings, them even colder nights. She wants me by her side to take her through the night. She thinks she wants my love, in fact she can't get enough. But when the summer comes, it's only winter love. Cause it's cold outside, cause it's cold outside. Get a boat, Jeff. She wants my love tonight, wants my love tonight. Let me go. She wants my winter love. 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 Yes, Jeff, my winter love. She wants my winter love. One more time. Cause it's cold outside. Cause it's cold outside. She wants my love tonight. Wants my love tonight. Tonight. Yes, Jeff. Yes, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That will melt some hearts, that wouldn't it? That's very warm, isn't it?
Nah, it's cold in here as well, so we're going, well.
Yeah,
Winter love, man.
Well, anyway, listen, just on that song alone, so when did you write that?
It's something I'm like a good year and a half ago now. I was in, when I first started getting back into the music and all that, I was in my mate's studio and he's a DJ, shout out Zero Trash. And he's a DJ, and he was sitting in there like getting beats out and like making little tunes, and I was like, lad, make me one, man. I wanna like, because I've never like described myself as the best in the guitar, but like I love like my style of guitar, so I wanted to like try something a bit different as well. So we was like, we sat there for about an hour or two, just making like this little beat and really making it like a bit funky, and then just made the lyrics, and it was originally like a little dance tune, and then I loved the tune and started getting more gigs, and then here we are.
Like, you've been playing that, yeah?
It's an acoustic, man.
Well, like, I'm happy to say that I've come into one of your gigs when we was in the Liffey,
yeah, man.
On a Sunday night, about 200 people packed in,
yeah.
all the Irish students.
I know.
And then you sang that song and they were all singing along and they were all coming out singing.
It all came from like
that's a special
talent.
That's a special talent, you know, because if you get people singing your own songs, you made it to their hearts and minds.
It's more like as well, I literally love the tune myself as well. Like I sit there, like the tunes I write in that. I'd like to say I dance to them myself, or like I want people to hear it, I want people to like sing it back to me, and that, do you know what I mean? And like, because I love it myself, do you know what I mean?
Very sensitive then, that's what I'm saying.
Funny then, yeah, like the music's in the soul now, definitely.
I'm amazed up, so, I mean, how old are you now? Oh,
I'm 23.
23, right. Obviously, I've seen on your bullet point, you're brought up in North Liverpool, Bootle. And then obviously, you know, you've come into town. Did you, what made you pick up the guitar? Did you have any, what age did you pick the guitar up?
Well, you know what, started off first about 16. Okay. I was like about going on 16, staying 16, and I had never really had anyone like in my family that like played an instrument at all, but like I told my mum, I want to start guitar lessons, and that obviously, at first, when I first started playing, I just couldn't click with it. I just couldn't like, like it just wasn't me. I was just like trying to play a chord, and I could play like a little chord here and there. And I remember being over in Ireland, and my granddad was like play something because it's been like over a year, and I couldn't.
So you got families in Ireland, have you?
I've got family in Ireland, yeah. Like I love all my family in Ireland. Shout out, boss, it's my second home. But I remember my granddad saying before he passed away, like, oh, like play us a little tune, and I couldn't. Like, it just weren't like, they weren't me, you know what I mean? And I remember just putting it down, never picked it up, and I started, like, one day, just started playing a tune.
What was your first chord that you had to learn, or you thought?
So what, I started playing Candy by Paolo Nutini, my first ever song.
What chord's that? A minor?
A minor, like that.
A minor, guys.
Went into it,
yeah.
And then just clicked, and I loved singing to it.
Are you inspired by the Pablo
yeah,
Nutini? Yeah,
Paolo Nutini, I do love his vibe, or all that type of... But then when I started playing that song, I thought, you know what, it's all right, so I learned a few more and like similar chords. Never really had like
you've got a great voice, you've got a brilliant voice, because you know, we're only playing acoustic, but with the mic and the reverb, it sounds very, you know.
I weren't always like this, like I had short hair.
I heard girls screaming, you know.
Nah.
Ladies, man. But just so straight away on your bullet points of just, you know, what made you think, right, I'm going to get me back into music? Did you have a job prior to...
When I had a few songs together, and then I was doing a few gigs, and I kind of seen the standard in town. I weren't good enough, but I'd have a gig, and then obviously after a while I had dropped it, because I seen the standard was so high. People were out there, like, all the Red Rum Club and that, they were all smashing it, and they are now, like the Liverpool-based band.
Who's that? Which one?
The Red Rum Club.
Oh, the Red Rum Club.
Smashing it, oh yeah. Shout out to them. But I knew the standard was high anyway, so I felt to myself, you know what, I weren't good enough. And I had a girlfriend, and I was like, oh, I wanted to make money. So I got into like working, and I was like working like what, 6 days a week in a dairy factory.
Dairy factory,
yeah. Just doing all madness. And outside loads of jobs before that, I was labouring. I was doing like...
What was your hours in the dairy factory?
I'll start between 4 AM and 6 AM, 6 days a week. And it was just like, not me, but I wanted the money. I just dropped everything, went playing music, because I thought, this is what I need to do. My family want me to get, not that they wanted me to, but I had in my own head that I needed to get a 9-to-5 job. I was seeing my mates in uni and feeling like they're in uni, they're doing something, they're on a better path. I should be doing that. This is what I've been told to do. I should be doing that. And I was working, and then all of a sudden I just started playing like a little gig, and was in Legends, Matthew Street. Like I jumped up on there, and he was like, I want you back to cover the gig, and that started off all right there. So I want a bit too ahead there.
Don't worry, listen, I mean, like, listen, it's don't, you're talking great. No, it doesn't matter, because Matthew Street itself, I mean, you know how many, the footfall of people to go into Matthew Street, that, you know, Legends, it's actually right in, like, on the corner of the base. You know, if you don't know Liverpool, Matthew Street is where the Beatles started, so that's a good sign, isn't it?
I know. The atmosphere on the street itself, it was just like, it made me look at my job that I was in and think, you know what, I've just done one gig there, and I felt like I ain't good enough, and because they were putting like, looking at me as if I was something fresh, something new, and I felt like I was like nothing in the music. I was learning new songs, and I was like getting a new passion towards it. And I remember being like thinking to myself, oh, this isn't me. And I remember getting offered a gig from the Liffey, and they rang me out of nowhere, because I've covered them before, like doing like a little gig. They rang me out of nowhere, and I was like, listen, we want you to come and play, you know, come and cover the gig. I was thinking, I need to get out of here, and they were like, no. This is it now, it's either this or the music, we gave you this job, this is 6 days. It's one of them, not that I appreciate all like everything that I was given to me in life. I'm not doubting nothing, that just wasn't for me.
At least you get up, at least you get out of bed. You know,
I was going in there and weren't happy.
There's a lot of young lads just give up now and think, oh, there's nothing out there, they don't like getting told. Because, you know, there's, in factories, it's not the best, I mean, no disrespect, but they're in the factory day in, day out, and you know what, they're bringing home the money, which counts, and not many people can actually, you know, factory life. But, you know, if you've got a dream, you've got a talent, you've got a good voice.
You know, I just felt like at one point in my life, like, this is what I should be doing, and I ended up working, and then when I got back into the music, I just seen it, you know what, why shouldn't I start playing music again? Why shouldn't I, like, have no money at the moment and try and get more gigs, you know what I mean? I thought, this is, like, my mum was 40 years of age when she became a nurse and stopped working at a call centre, and now 10 years later she's smashing life. That tells me at any point in my life I can go and do whatever I want.
That's anybody else, that's inspired,
so
so positive.
anything I want, so I thought to myself, do you know what, who cares if I'm not working a full-time job, let's start gigging, let's do it. So I was doing 1 gig a week, made up, just with like a little 60 quid, whatever.
You got to make it happen, and then you
2 turned into 3, and then before I know it, I was going, like, have you ever heard of Liffey Sundays?
Yeah, well, you know.
Of course, I know that already, but...
I live next door, that's what I picked it up.
Of course, I know.
I was lucky to play in the venue, and they all just piled in. It was just I mean, fingers crossed we'll get back when the lockdown's over, and you're going to continue to play there. But
shout out to the Liffey, by the way.
The Liffey was, did you expect that many people on a Sunday night?
Well, that's where it all, like, that's where I see the different side of it as well. So I looked obviously, like, to a lot of people out there, there's a certain people like, who want to make it as a dream, and then like some people want to do it for a living. Guitars living, like it's one of them. It's like, I don't know, like it's not like that's a bad thing or nothing, but I see in the Liffey made me see that other side to it when I was seeing Conor McGarry on stage. Conor McGarry, man.
Conor McGarry,
man. I was just shouting out all the legends, you know, really. Like Conor's an artist, man, living in Liverpool, smashing life basically. But I walked in and I was doing like a little gig here and then Legends, and I'd introduce myself to him, but he'd been smashing it every Sunday for like the past 2 years, whatever, 3 years, packed out, people singing his songs, people singing to his music, dancing, rowdy, turning up in fancy dress or whatever, don't I mean, just getting rowdy, heavy, and then afterwards they'll go in and watch you, wouldn't they, the Jeff Meister. I remember going in, yeah, when I was first starting off in the Liffey and walking in the Barcelona bar after the Liffey, and Jeff would be in there going, this is the place to be, this is where you want to be, I want to dance, you want to dance, let's dance. I was all pulled up and said there, go, let's dance and all that, and I was going, this is boss, look at this passion, Jeff, swear to God, right, look at your passion and all that, and I would look at Conor would look at it as a gig, every week post these sold out shows on his Instagram and be like, this is what's happening in Liverpool right now, this is me, I'm going to take over. And then he got signed and I looked at that passion and thought, I want a bit of that, and he let me get up on a Sunday. Never used to let anyone else get up really, and he let me get up and I just played a bit of Jerry Cinnamon and had everyone bouncing to me, singing, and just like different family verse, and everyone was just dancing and singing, and then I thought, this is what I want to do, I could do this, you know what I mean? Who gives a fuck about like anything, you know what I mean? This is what I want to do. I love music, and then I just started learning and getting my own rhythm and that, you know what I mean?
Feeling the buzz, man.
I know, well, I'm feeling the buzz, telling you about it, it's nice to speak.
Oh, that's great, it's brilliant, because obviously that night, you're getting up on the stage, was you nervous, did you feel, or just thought, you know? It was more
like because I had been doing something, like because I'd done music before, and then I stopped. Like when I first started doing it, I really felt something's driving me towards this. So when I got up on stage, it was more like I weren't like scared. It was more like I'm not letting anyone take this away from me. It was just like I'm fucking fighting for this. I love to be here. If anyone wants to say anything different to me, I'm gonna be like, so what? I'm loving what I'm doing. So I got to that stage of things where I was just like, this is what I'm doing now. Like I'm more like thriving, like I'm thinking about it.
Getting recognised more,
you know. Yeah, and all that, you know what I mean?
I wish I could.
No, yeah, you're still rocking it, aren't you? But you can still get a bit of an afro one.
I used to have a big wig on me, you know, bless you.
Yeah, man.
But like that's it. Yeah. But you do, you know, it's great because that's why like nowadays you look like all like the youngsters growing up, and most of them are on the streets doing nothing, hanging around, and you know, a guitar. As you probably well know, I play the guitar, and I love making tunes, maybe skits, right?
Yeah.
But yourself now, it gives you with the guitar, and you start writing, it's an outlet, isn't it? Because you can express all your anger, your fun, your laughter, and then when you see people rocking, it's...
I'd honestly say, like, I feel like these past 2 years when I've started gigging again and like being out there and like just, like, I feel like I'm myself, like, I literally feel like I wasn't, like, I couldn't express myself. Don't get me wrong, I've got mates who've been mates since I'm 3 years old. Like, I've got good family behind me. Like, my path just wasn't right. I was just like doubting everything.
You better plug your family. So you got brothers and sisters.
Yeah, man. I've got an older brother who's a legend, and then I've got 2 sisters, a little one and a big one.
Yeah.
All intact, man. They're all the boss of the family. They all love me music.
He loves you.
They all my sisters coming into me all the time, going and helping me with my Instagram and all stuff like that. She loves it, and I go to her with advice, and my family for advice all the time, do you know what I mean?
So Instagram, yeah, you've done pretty well on the Instagram, because
Yeah.
You do live shows and stuff as well on
Yeah.
Facebook, don't you? Is that,
Yeah, I do live shows on the Facebook.
is it Owen Brown? Is it at
Owen Brown Music.
Owen Brown Music. We're going to be plugging this throughout.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be continuing to go live because over this with this lockdown.
Yeah, man.
But you're still keeping it real, you know.
See, at the moment, yeah, like that's what I've been doing. I thought I could either look at this as like a kick in the balls, or I could look at it as, you know what, everyone's in the same boat. I'm going to use this time to write music and be out there. And I've been like, I haven't been like going live on my own page. I've been like interacting with like the Only Fools or like clothing lines, helping like all like my brother's business. Because I just want people to let people know, like, people are still out there doing their thing and that, like, we're coming back soon, do you know what I mean? And this is what's happening.
Well, do you know what? I mean, Alan Dale, he got in touch with me because we started doing these interviews.
Yeah.
And when he said, big shout to Alan Dale, by the way, knows he had.
Mr. Manciano fashion, get on him.
So he said, what about Owen Brown? I couldn't wait to get you on because, I'm a big, I loved your music and I could see what the atmosphere that you created with yourself and, you know, you're a good guy, you know, you're a proper good guy. Brilliant. So stand by for part 2. Take it easy.